Hello, my name is Nicole Martin, and today I will be teaching you how to do start off any crochet pattern. Why crochet? There is tons of, negative stigmatism towards it, that it's, just something that you do as an old lady or, anything like that. And the reason why you should crochet, one reason is it's another form of artistic expression with really no limits. As soon as you know the basic patterns and stuff like that, you have free boundaries to work however you would like to, and you can make anything from it, like clothes or toys or household items. Another reason that you should learn to crochet is because it keeps the mind busy, and science shows that we are happier when we're busy. There was an experiment from psychological science, and students were given two options after they had filled out the survey. Either they can take the direct route, or they can take a more non-direct route. And several of these students that had filled out the survey, when they took the indirect route, overall showed more signs of happiness. Taking this route, they weren't bogged down, they weren't upset, or just generally dazed. Whereas the students who took the direct route were more often to report feeling dazed or just kind of foggy in general. So I will show you how to make a slip knot, and I will also show you how to create a chain. So the loop and chain are pretty much the beginning for most crochet patterns, and you will use them for just about anything, especially chains. You find chains in every single crochet pattern. There is not a pattern that you do not have a chain in. And so how to start this is, this will be our tail end for our crochet. And so what you will do is you will put it in between your ring and your pinky finger. And so when you put it in between, your tail end is facing up from the back part of your hand, and your yarn will be connected on this side. And so what you'll do is you will wrap it around your ring and middle finger, the yarn. So you'll wrap your yarn around the ring and middle finger, connecting it back to your pinky and ring finger. And so when you put it around, it should just look like this. You should have a line coming through the inside and the outside of your hand. And so now what you will do is you are going to make an X on the inside of your fingers with your yarn. And so it should look something like this. It'll look a lot like an X, here being the yarn. And so once you have done that, you will wrap it around the back part of your hand, making a parallel line on the back side of your hand. So these two lines will be, for the most part, parallel. Now you can either do this with your finger or your crochet hook. I'm going to do it with my crochet hook, but I'll also show it with my finger. And so what you'll do is you'll take your crochet hook, and there's two lines here, one that's closer to your arm and one that's closer to the tips of your fingers. So you will go under the one closer to your fingers and hook the string closer to your arm. You will turn your hook kind of sideways. I'll do it this way. You'll turn your hook kind of sideways to get this string and pull it under the string closer to your finger. And I'll go ahead and show that again. So you have your two parallel lines, and you take your hook under, turn it, and then pull it. So now you will have your you will have kind of an arc here, a triangle. And so what you'll do is you keep your hook here, and you'll have two strings. You'll have your tail end and the one connecting to your yarn ball. You will hold the string connected to your yarn ball and pull the tail end. And so here it will make a tiny little knot. So you can adjust it to make the string tighter, make it smaller like this. So to show you how to do it with your finger, we wrap it around again and everything, making the X on the inside, and then making parallel lines on the back. Now you'll take your finger and go under the first string and grab this one, kind of hooking it with your finger and pulling it under. You'll have your arc. You'll want to hold it with your finger. Then you'll have your tail end and the end connected to your yarn ball, and you will pull the tail end, and you can adjust it. So for this next part, to create a chain, you will need a crochet hook. From here, now you have your loop. This is your slip knot here, and it makes a loop. What you will do is pull the yarn over your hook. We call this yarning over in crochet term. So you yarn over one time, and you will hold the string that's going to your yarn, and you will hold the tail end. So you will take your hook, kind of turn it sideways, maybe towards you. You'll turn it towards you and pull this string that you yarned over and through your loop. To show you again, you take the yarn that's connected to your yarn ball and you yarn over. Then you will hold this, you will hold your string connected to the yarn ball and your tail end, and then you will turn your hook towards you sideways and pull it through your loop, and you will have made a chain. Crocheting is a hobby, and it's not just, a useless hobby or anything like that. It's a hobby to keep your mind busy, and it's also a hobby that develops your artistic expression as well as your creativity. From these two simple steps, you are on the pathway to make just about anything that you can think of. Thinking about making toys, you can make clothes, or you can even make household items. You can even make a rug, a blanket, curtains, your placemats, anything that you can think of. So now that you have learned this new skill to start off going into the world of crocheting, what would you do with this new beginning?